On to news just coming in. It's a massive diplomatic victory for India. China, for the first time, has said that they support the issue of Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar's listing. Beijing has called for political consultation with the framework of 1267 committee, the committee at the United Nations. China has further said that positive progress has been made and that a joint effort of all parties can solve the problem properly.
关于1267委员会列名的问题，我们已经多次阐明我们的立场，这里我就不展开了。我这里只想强调，第一，中方支持列名问题在1267委员会框架内通过对话协商解决。我想这也是安理会绝大多数成员的共识。第二，目前有关的协商正在1267委员会框架内进行。 而且已经取得了积极的进展。第三，我们相信在各方共同努力下，这个问题能够得到妥善的解决。
All right, let's get in further perspectives now from Einar Tangen, political and economic commentator, joining us live from Beijing. Einar, your initial reaction first to the latest that's coming in. It seems that China has finally made up its mind when it comes to the issue of Masood Azhar's listing. 4 times it's blocked the move at the United Nations. But this time around, owing to the diplomatic pressure that was exerted by India on multiple accounts, on multiple fora, China seems to now be supporting the move.
Yes, indeed. I mean, this has been something that's been a long time in the making. What you had was China was saying that it wanted more information. They now say that they received the information, but there's been a tremendous amount of diplomatic pressure, not only from India, but also from Britain and France. And I think this is weighing in on part of this. There's never any real reason not to designate the leader of a group that had already been designated, but for some reason Beijing thought that there was more information needed.
Right, so would you not say that China's move coming at a time like this also raises several eyebrows over why in the past it's blocked those moves 4 times? It's constantly been saying that it needed more time, but year on year it's stood firm on its stance that the Jaish-e-Mohammed chief should not be listed, even though the organization stands banned.
Yeah, I mean, from China's point of view, I mean, they take friendship very seriously, and they've always referred to Pakistan as an all-weather friend. And that's maybe something that many countries can scoff at, but it's very rare today. You can look around the world, and you'll see that there are countries that are friendly on one issue and not so friendly on others. But in the overall scheme of things, China and India need to work together. And this is something that Xi Jinping said in 2013 when he came into power, that the future will be set by China and India. And I think if you look at what has happened, the other announcement today that was very important was that China and India may cooperate in terms of buying of energy, oil and liquefied natural gas. If that happens, this will bring about this idea that the Asian century is happening as we speak, because you will have the buyers of energy now taking a firm stance about where they're going to be and being able to negotiate with whom they want, not be dictated to by a country that at one time was the greatest user of energy importer of energy, and is now a net exporter of energy. That would be the U.S.
Right, so what does this really mean for the relationship between China and Pakistan then going forward? As you just said, the very reason for China blocking the move as many as 4 times in the past has been its all-weather ally, Pakistan.
Well, I think from Pakistan's point of view, that they have a lot of internal issues. Pakistan is not a monolith, even by Indian standards. I mean, they have a very, very complex relationship with the different groups within their territories. And they had always been saying, look, give us more time to resolve this. Maybe he'll pass away and, we don't have to address this. The fact is that this gentleman represents a movement within Pakistan, and there was always reticence because it is a democracy of putting him on the sidelines. Obviously, China has taken a firm hand and said, look, we can't delay this any further. We've done everything we possibly could up to this point. Now the facts are clear, and we will not raise another technical objection.
Right, and we expect the issue to come up at the United Nations on the 1st of May, Einar. So as per the statements and the several remarks that have been made by China all throughout, would you say that it is certain that China will go ahead with supporting the move at the United Nations and there will be no surprises?
Well, I don't think you see many surprises from China. You might see them from other countries and leaders, but China tends to be very, very deliberate. So if they have signaled that this is going to be their course of action, there is no reason why they would do that. And then, this is not, China doesn't issue its policies or its ideas by Twitter. They do it very, very deliberately and lockstep. So I don't think that anyone should be anticipating any surprises, including Pakistan. They have been told exactly what's going to happen. Setting expectations is very, very important for all parties. Remember, China's aim is not to take sides on this, but simply to create an environment that you have regional peace and stability.
All right, why don't we take a listen in once again to that reaction that came in. Thanks very much, Einar, for joining us with those perspectives. For those of you who just tuning in, China for the first time has said that they support the issue of the Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar's listing. Beijing has called for political consultation with the framework of the 1267 committee. Take a listen in to the reaction that came in from the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
关于1267委员会列名的问题，我们已经多次阐明我们的立场，这里我就不展开了。我这里只想强调，第一，中方支持列名问题在1267委员会框架内通过对话协商解决。我想这也是安理会绝大多数成员的共识。第二，目前有关的协商正在1267委员会框架内进行。 而且已经取得了积极的进展。第三，我们相信在各方共同努力下，这个问题能够得到妥善的解决。
All right, our diplomatic correspondent Satan Sibul has been tracking the very latest. Any reactions coming in from the Indian Ministry of Foreign Affairs?
Action, of course, from New Delhi, but of course it's a news which, of course, many people will be happy to hear. Of course, it's not been official right now. It's still to be taken by the 1267 Committee of the United Nations Security Council. No dates have been given, though it's likely to happen by the end of this week. But WION was the first channel to break this story that China has finally agreed to put away its hold on Masood Azhar being an international terrorist. We broke the story first on Sunday, and now today the Chinese Foreign Ministry has spoken, reacting, saying two things. One, of course, is saying that there are positive developments, and of course saying that they support the listing through political consultations at the 1267 Committee of the United Nations Security Council. But if I can give you a background, I can say that it all happened in last few Pakistan-based UN listed terror group Jaish-e-Mohammed. But remember, the chief of this group, Masood Azhar, is still not listed. By the end of February, United States, France and UK had called for listing of Masood Azhar, but we know what happened in March. On 13th of March at the United Nations in New York, China had put a hold, saying that it would like to study the case, which is very ironical given the fact that the entire process, in a sense, the Indian effort to list Masood Azhar started 10 years ago in 2009, and it's 2019 and still Masood Azhar is not listed arrested a man who has been responsible for just not Pulwama terror attack, but for also the Pathankot terror attack, the attack on the Indian Parliament in 2001, and still this man roams freely in Pakistan and is not listed. But now it seems it will be done deal and he will be listed very soon. What will be the impact? Two major impact. One, of course, the political message India will be sending, because this is not India or Afghanistan, two countries impacted by Pakistan-based terror groups who have been saying that Pakistan is the epicenter of terrorism, but it is the United States and along with the other members of the United Nations who will be now saying that Pakistan will be is the epicenter of terrorism. And second, of course, the arms embargo, the freezing of his asset, the travel ban, that will be impacting Masood Azhar, and he, of course, will not travel abroad because he cannot now, because he's internationally listed terrorist, and of course his assets will be frozen globally.
All right, we're going to leave it there for the moment, Siddhant, but of course coming back to you as and when further updates trickle in. For those of you just joining us, China for the first time has said that they support the issue of the Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar's listing, calling for political consultation at the same time with the framework of the 1267 UN committee. China further saying that positive progress has been made and that a joint effort of all parties can solve the problem properly. That's the word coming in from China. We'll, of course, keep a close eye on the latest coming in. This, of course, is an issue, as Siddhant is telling us, that India has been pushing for, and it's